Cheers everyone, welcome back, Grandma's Handbag. My name is Dean. Contest entry time for the one and only Steve Carlson. Playing the cards here because this has just turned up in his 100 go-to albums. So in a clever piece of cross-marketing, Steve's asked for our 5 top go-to albums. So we'll get into that in just a second. First things first, always, Grandma's little helper is the Mountain Goat Organic Steam Ale. I really couldn't be bothered with the organic stuff. It's cold, there's a little bit of wheat malt in there, and for an ale it's pretty clean. And I'm not too across on the steam aspect. I think there's Anchor Brewing in the States that does a steam ale. Outside of that, decent stuff. Melbourne Brewery, 4.5%. Does the job pretty well. Okay, 5 go-to albums. Now, as I mentioned, Steve, why don't we say something about Steve first, eh? Look, the VC's resident overachiever. Is that too mean? I hope that's not. I really mean that in all sincerest praise, I think. The utterly reliable Steve Carlson, who you can just count on for a Sunday morning show, quite often a video during the week. I don't know how he does it with that sort of energy, with those stupid o'clock wake-ups. That's the only way I'm going to say it, Steve, on Sunday mornings. And it's just emblematic of Steve as a person and, you know, how he lives his life as a whole. I think there's just this gusto, this real kind of lust for life in Steve, and I love seeing that. You know, whether it's on his videos, whether it's on Facebook posts and things, a real joie de vivre, in my piss poor French, if I could say that. Just an inspiration, I have to say, and a lot of people hold him in that regard, which is why you'll see so many contest entries. Anyway, Steve, love your channel, you know that, and please keep on enriching us however long you feel up to it, because we'll always be here to take it on board, you know, wherever your Sunday morning, early Sunday morning show takes us. Alright, so 5 go-to albums. I would probably normally go for 5 albums out of basically my top 100, which I've just done. So I don't want to repeat myself with that one. Because in a way they're all go-to albums, which is kind of why Steve's doing his go-to 100. So what I've done is I've themed this. It's taken me a little while to get my head around the idea and what's a go-to album, you know. And so I've come up with a vibe or a mood themed go-to. So 5 albums I instinctively seem to reach for in certain feelings or situations and things like that, and I'm pretty sure there'll be some of them will be self-explanatory anyway. Number 1, Discreet Music, Brian Eno, 1975, ambient masterpiece, and naturally I'm grabbing this one when I'm feeling very reflective or very tired. So this is a real slow down, stilling the pace of life kind of album for me. It's almost a meditative thing. Absolutely beautiful stuff. It's Discreet Music, and then 3 variations on Pachelbel's Canon in D major. Just an absolute go-to for me anytime I want to reach for something ambient, something just repetitive, trance-inducing, and utterly beautiful. Hard to go wrong with that. No, it's the first one I find myself thinking of. Next one's a bit of an odd one, similar vein. This one I tend to reach for when I'm starting to feel sick, as in coming down with something, the dreaded lurgy or that. Spectrum's Highs, Lows and Heavenly Blows, 1994. This is the 2017, 18 Record Store Day reissue. So it's a orange colour there. And this one I go for because it really sort of it reflects that wooziness, that kind of almost out of body feeling that you get sometimes when you're lightheaded and sick and just kind of needing solace and something simple. And what these are those sort of somnolent, hypnotic tones and drones, and almost a real lullaby feel in there. Yes, sometimes I'm listening to this while I'm sick and wondering, is this actually helping me or hindering me with being sick and getting better? But there's no question I tend to reach for it quite a lot, or it just seems to pop up at that time. And yeah, restorative or not, I'm not entirely sure, but I can't seem to avoid it when I'm sick. So there you go. All right, this vibe is just, it's when grandma wants to go to the beach but can't get there. This is the album you put on. Alalas. I think it is the self-titled 2012. And so this is just that surf and garage 60s, utterly 60s feeling. And you know, through the course of 11 or 12 songs on here, they really don't vary that formula at all, but they absolutely nail that sound just perfectly. So for all of that, it's, yeah, when I need that vibe, that kind of 60s garage pop surf psych vibe, right in it, no deviation, just to kick right back and enjoy it. Alalas always delivers on that one for me. I'm going to leave you with a drop of I think it's called Long Journey or 7.5, I forget now, but just for a taste. I'm sure many of you know it, but great stuff anyway. If you're hearing any clanging and banging and stuff, I've got, it's a bit windy outside, I've got the windows open, hot, windy, wearing my Stranger Things hopper shirt because we're going to go out a bit later. So yeah, I dressed up for you, Steve. Here you go, see, I can do it, it happens occasionally. Alright, this one, Lost, War on Drugs, Lost in the Dream. This is an absolute vibe album for me and a go-to one lately for driving. So if I know there's going to be an hour or two of... so obviously this is not always listening on vinyl, hence the driving. I'm not Austin Powers. But on the road, an hour or two in front of me on a freeway, highway, and heading out into the country, the bush. And you can bet that this is one of the first things I'm looking to slap on the player, have a listen. Lost in a Dream. It's just, look, those long drawn out songs, 8, 9 minutes, 7 minutes. There's really no hurry with any of these at all. Just lovely stuff that meanders and takes its time. And I think the bits that I love as well, there's enough action and things in there to make you, you know, keep your eyes on the road and your ears on the song as well, because, you know, every so often a song will be peppered with a alright or a whoa, you know. So, and I instinctively know when those are coming up on the particular songs, and always need to chime in with it. You know, it just feels so good when you're alright. So yeah, driving, vibing, Lost in the Dream. You all know this one too. Enough to say. Lastly, this one, laid back but ramped up, is the vibe, the mood for this one. It's pretty much a go-to Friday afternoon album. Home from work, kick out the jams, but in a little bit of a low-key way. Wooden Ships with Dos Steve, if you love your endless boogie, stick around to the end. There's a little bit of a needle drop on this one for Down by the Sea. And, you know, this sort of stuff, very minimal. It's rock and roll. It's just, you know, taking flight, kicking back, fuzzy, dirty. But at the same time, as someone said on one of the YouTube streams of this album, that damn smooth satanic bass drives me wild, that bass on there. But the guitar, the organ and everything, just so minimal and fuzzed out. Absolutely delicious. Perfect for some of these things, actually, by the way. So you can just about guarantee you'll find me here on a Friday afternoon. In fact, where I am right now, with this album not far from the turntable, one of those ready to go, and it's just a complete and utter go-to. Alright, Steve, thank you so much for this contest. Congratulations again, 1,000 subscribers. I was never in any doubt. I'm eagerly awaiting each and every one of your top 100 go-to albums. The baton has been well and truly passed on you, and you're doing a fantastic job, loving every minute of it. So cheers to you, to all subscribers, new and old. Thank you again, as always, for dropping in. Always love hearing from you, so drop us a line. Let me know how you're going. And if there's anything you love about these albums or your own vibe and go-to things, let me know as well. Always love getting some suggestions for good albums for just that right moment, you know. Just like this one's going down a treat right now. Always helps with some good lubrication, I have to say. So take care, everyone. Check back to Grandma's Handbag soon. There's going to be another contest entry or two coming along. There's also going to be, plenty more vinyl finds, CD finds. I want to get into some new music, new Australian music, which I tend to save up towards the end of the year because there's not a lot of it, but plenty more happening on the Handbag. Take care. Talk to you all soon. Have a good weekend.